Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing the 5 things I did to double my Instagram following in less than a month. So I'm going to wait until you guys are notified and start popping on. If you're here, just say hello so I know that you're in. Hi guys, thanks for joining. Can everybody hear me okay? Welcome everyone. I'm going to be talking about the 5 things I did to double my Instagram following in 1 month. Welcome, thanks for coming. Just checking my sound. Can you guys hear me? I lost my voice, so it's a little crackly. Hi, thanks for coming. Can you guys hear me all right? I'm going to get started as long as everybody can hear me. Hi, Missy. Can you guys hear me all right? Hi, thanks for joining. So I'm going to be talking about the 5 things I did to double my Instagram following in 1 month. Awesome, thanks for letting me know that you can hear me. So last month in June, I started out with 1,159 followers, and as of right now today, I have 2,343 followers. So, oh, awesome. Hi, Kyla. I wanted to share what I did to double my Instagram following and why it was beneficial for me and why I don't always recommend necessarily going for tons and tons of followers without having a lot of intention behind it. So, hi guys, thanks for joining. So, one of the first things I did to double my Instagram following in less than a month, actually, I wanted to preface this with the fact that I don't recommend having thousands and thousands of followers unless they are your target market, they're engaged, they're really excited about what you do, or they're interested, they watch your stories, or they comment on your posts. If you have this huge following, but they're like fake accounts, or they're spammers, or they just aren't interested and they never see your posts and never engage, it's not actually beneficial for you because your Instagram algorithm actually depends on the number of audience that you have, so the number of followers with the amount of engagement that you get. So if you have tons of followers but they're not engaging with your content, it's actually really bad for you, and the people that are interested in your content won't see it because your algorithm is basically telling Instagram that people aren't interested in your content. So I recommend having 200 engaged followers over 200,000 Instagram lurkers is what I call them. So people that aren't actually engaging with your content, they're just kind of lurking in the background or not interested in your content at all. So followers, they're great, but only if they actually care about your product or service or your business. So one of the first things that I did was I defined my target market. So I try to do this I recommend at least once a year. I try to do it a little bit more just because I change my programs and my offerings a lot. Hi, Kristen, thanks for coming. So for those of you that just joined, I'm talking about the 5 things I did to double my Instagram following last month in June. And technically this happened in right around 24 hours. I started out with 1,159 followers, and by the next day, I had over 2,000 followers. So I gained 1,000 followers in 24 hours. But the strategy behind that took a lot longer than 24 hours, so that's why I'm saying it happened in a month. So as I was defining my target market, I was trying to think about what my audience, who they were, what they needed, what their struggles were, and what other businesses and brands and companies they were going to for other advice and things like that. So I know that my target market really wants a cohesive Instagram feed. They really care about having pretty photos and showcasing their brands in a really beautiful and cohesive way. So one of the companies that I thought about was Planoly, where they have an app that you can cohesively and visually plan your Instagram feed and schedule your posts in advance. So that company really aligns with my target market. So what I did was, the second thing that I did, first was define my target market. The second thing I did was collaborate with like-minded brands that have a really aligned target market. So I reached out to Planoly and asked to do a guest post on their blog, and they responded right away. And what happened from there was they posted my content on their blog. Sorry guys, I'm losing my voice. I have a really bad cold. They posted my content on their blog, which was really strategic. It was meant for them for their audience to know exactly what I teach and talk about on my own Instagram and my own blog. And then from there, I offered to do an Instagram takeover. So I was on their Instagram stories all day, sharing behind the scenes content, and also let their audience know that I was doing a live later that day on my own Instagram account, and that they should come follow me to see how I style a flat lay. So that was really aligned with what their audience wanted and what I have been teaching on my own Instagram. So I had thousands of people come over from Planoly's Instagram and follow me, and then watch my Instagram lives, and then also read my blog and get on my email list. So that was really beneficial, and that's where the majority of the followers came from. But I did a lot of other things to have them stick around and engage with my content. And I also did a couple other collaborations. I have a series going on Bloom the Workshop's blog. They actually just posted one today, so that was really exciting. And they share my content on their Instagram as well. So collaboration was huge for me, only because they really, their audiences and their target market really, really aligned with who I want to be talking to the most. So that was really beneficial, collaborating with these companies. So the third thing that I did to double my Instagram following in 1 month was post really consistent and really valuable content on my Instagram. So I posted nearly every day in June. There was, I think, 3 days that I didn't post, but some days I posted twice a day. And the reason that I say consistent is that everybody knew that I was going to show up, and I was going to not only show up and post something and be active, but I was also going to share really valuable content with my audience. So what that means is I'm teaching them something, I'm entertaining them, I'm inspiring them, and I'm sharing really relatable content for my audience. So they're going to stick around and follow me. So those thousands of followers that came in on that one day, they still follow me. So in the past, I've had people, after a giveaway or something, they followed me only to unfollow me within, the next day or the next week. But I've kept all of the followers that came, and then I continue to gain them. So that's why I really recommend posting consistently and posting really valuable content for your audience. Not just so you grow your audience, but also so your current audience really engages with your content as well, so more and more people can see it. And then the fourth thing that I did last month to double my Instagram following was I've been doing, obviously, weekly Instagram lives. And that's really worked out because I timed the initial Instagram live with the Planoly blog post going up. So as Planoly's audience was seeing my stuff on their on Planoly's Instagram stories feed, they were seeing that I was doing a live later that day, and if they came and followed me, they could watch it and get notified that I was doing the live. So Instagram Live has really helped not only obviously grow my audience, but engage with my audience as well and get to know what you guys are all looking for, what kind of information you want, how I can help you guys the most. So we've had a lot of connections through the comments on Instagram Live, sorry, my voice is cracking, and just getting to know people and letting them know that I'm going to show up pretty consistently as much as I can and provide really valuable content in these weekly Instagram Lives. And then I also get people on my email list to come over from my email list to Instagram, since not everybody that's on my Instagram list actually follows me on Instagram. So I let my email list know that, hey guys, I'm going live later today. If you want to see, how I doubled my Instagram following, come follow me here and you'll get a notification that I'll be going live at such and such time. So that was really beneficial to get people that already know me and know about my brand, but haven't actually taken the next step to follow me on Instagram. They're all coming over now because I'm letting them know that I am going live on Instagram. And then finally, the last thing I did in June to double my Instagram following in less than a month was that I consistently posted cohesive, attractive, and very related photos. So basically what this means is all of my photos that I post on Instagram, they're all pretty. That just is a standard for my brand. And it's not necessary for everybody's brand, but I feel like for the people, for my target market especially, the people that care about pretty Instagram feeds, that's my target market. They want to see somebody with a pretty Instagram feed. So I'm very adamant about bringing or posting only really pretty and cohesive photos. So that's what is most important, is even a pretty photo can look wonky on my feed because it doesn't go with all the other photos. So I try to post images that are of the same color, they're edited the same way, taken in the same light. And if you guys want more tips on taking cohesive photos with your phone, I have this free worksheet, Cohesive iPhoneography Worksheet. There's a bunch of tips and steps, and you can write notes down. You can find that on my blog. You can just click through from my Instagram profile and enter your email address, and you'll get it right away. So if you guys want that, you can find that there. But yes, I highly recommend taking really cohesive photos, just so your audience knows that you are intentional about your brand. And even obviously I'm a photographer and I take a ton of photos with my professional camera, but even my iPhone photos are really intentional. They're taken only in nice lighting. They're edited very lightly, but really cohesively with my professional photos. And they're just, yes, cohesive across the board. You always know that these photos belong because they're always very similar. And then I also mentioned that they are all related. So all of my photos are related to really similar topics. So obviously photography, branding, Instagram, phones, business owners. They're all pretty feminine. Most of them have a lot of pink in them because that goes back to, again, defining my target market. Not only does my target market care about having a pretty Instagram feed, but they're probably a business owner, most likely, and they are most likely women as well. So I really target people specifically in that sector, and my content, so my captions and what I'm talking about, my topics all really align with that, but then my photos do as well. And I also wanted to mention, if you guys want a way to create a more cohesive Instagram feed, I have the worksheet, but then I also have this weekly social calendar that you can print out, and it also comes with a list of ideas for topics. So you can find that at brandstrategyco.com/free-calendar. Free-calendar. My voice cracked again. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining. So I'm going to do another rundown for those of you that just joined. I just shared the 5 things I did to double my Instagram following in less than a month. So first, I defined my target market. And basically my target market is people that care about pretty Instagram feeds or want pretty Instagram feeds. And then I collaborated with brands that really coordinated with my target market. So they had very similar target markets. Our products were very different. So I haven't been collaborating with anybody that's offering similar products or services, but I've been collaborating with businesses that offer coordinating apps, services, products, that sort of thing. So their target market's very aligned with mine, but they're not direct competition. So collaboration has been huge and vital for my growth in this past month. And then the third thing I did was post consistent and valuable content to my Instagram. So all of the followers that did come over from Planoly or my other collaborations, they know that they can expect consistent and really valuable and really educational content about the things that they want to learn about, which is improving their Instagram feed. So they've stuck around instead of unfollowing me right away, seeing that I'm really inconsistent or that I never post or that my photos aren't that attractive or just I'm posting content that they're not interested in. Instead, I do the opposite and post really consistent, cohesive, and valuable content. And then the fourth thing I did was host these weekly Instagram lives. So the new audience that did come over, they stick around because they get to see me live every week and learn something new in these like little mini webinars. And then I've also told my email list about these Instagram lives. So they've come over, and people that weren't following me but were on my Instagram, people that weren't following me on Instagram and were on my email list are now following me on Instagram because they want to see these lives. And then finally, I have posted only cohesive attractive and related photos that my target market would be interested in and would enjoy and would engage with. So engagement's really big. Like I said, the Instagram algorithm is really important. So you want to have content that's engaging, and you want to have an audience that will engage with that content. So both of those are really important. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you wanted those freebies, again, I have the Cohesive iPhoneography worksheet. It's just a bunch of tips for taking really consistent and cohesive photos with your iPhone or any smartphone. Doesn't matter if you're on Android, those tips will work as well. That can be found at the link in my profile or at brandstrategyco.com. And then I also have this free weekly calendar printable. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. If you want this, along with this worksheet that gives you tons of ideas for types of content that you could be posting. I love to fill this out for myself just when I'm feeling like I'm in a rut and I don't know what to post. You can find both of those at brandstrategyco.com/free-calendar. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week.